China's Wuqiao School of Acrobatic Arts trains today's children to be tomorrow's professional acrobatic stars.
Good. Good. Come down. That was successful. That was excellent. Try to be successful the first time. Don't do it over and over again.
Mr. Zhao's class are the top students at this elite school. This is the intensive group, and their aim this year is to win top honors at the Gold Lion Festival in Zhongyi City.
Looking good when you come down is important. Liger, watch out for quality.
Winning gold could transform their lives. It can open doors into the best troops in China and bring them and their families financial security.
By the
time they graduate, they're the best and most talented students. For them, it is not difficult to get into China's best acrobatic troops. You up there, pay attention. Keep still. Good.
Liga is just 10 years old. Although she's only been at the school for 2 years, she's rocketed into the intensive class and has taken the top position in many of the group's pyramid routines.
When we first started practicing the pyramid, I was scared, but the teacher told me I'd be safe. After a couple of goes, I wasn't so scared.
Let's hold it for 15 seconds. Liger, you have to be fast and beautiful. When she practices, she has personality. If she cannot master a new routine, she will often feel very nervous and cry to herself. When other kids are taking a break, eating lunch, or taking a nap, she will continue to practice alone.
The rest of the group has been here for 5 years, and I've only been here for 2. In my heart, I really want to be better than the rest.
Liga's family are peasant farmers. Today, her dad and her little brother have come to watch her practice. The family home is in the Shanxi province, which is about 10 hours travel away by train. It's the first time they've seen Liga in 6 months.
When she was a young child, she was quite sickly. Because she was sickly, we encouraged her to exercise. Later on, we found that she was quite talented and strong-willed. If she likes doing something, she always tries to be number one. In China, we have a proverb: only if you can stand the hardest of hardships can you hope to rise in society.
The school is famous for its human pyramids. Everyone relies on each other. Breaths and heartbeats are almost in unison. Su Mong, at the bottom of the pyramid, is one of the unsung heroes of the intensive group. There's little glamour being at the bottom, but stability is vital. There's a lot of weight riding on these young shoulders.
When I am at the bottom of the pyramid, I have to bear around 35 to 40 kilos. After practicing this routine, my arms and waist ache.
每次都会疼。
苏蒙，他相对来说就是在训练上面，他很聪明，他就是反应很快。
He is the kind of kid
这
who
个小
has
孩在
potential.
杂技上有发展前途。
Wuqiao is known throughout China as the historic heartland of acrobatics. As the local saying goes, whether just learning to walk or 90 years old, everyone in Wuqiao knows a few acrobatic tricks. There are lots of small private acrobatic schools throughout this region, but none has the prestige and reputation of the Wuqiao School of Acrobatic Arts. Founded in 1985, the school was the first of only 3 government-funded acrobatic schools set up in China. It's based in the heart of the Hebei countryside, some 360 kilometers south of Beijing. There are just under 200 students boarding at the school, and they range from new entrants aged just 7 and 8 to seniors who are coming to the end of 6 years of rigorous training. Students work in groups according to ability rather than age, and much of the day is devoted to learning their acrobatic craft, with academic studies taking only 2 hours of each school day. For the first 2 years, they concentrate on the basic skills. Performance elements are introduced in middle school. And it's here that some students take on speciality work with specific props. It's only in the final 2 years that students concentrate wholly on performance.
You have to be very careful about quality. We're a formal school and expect accuracy.
Zhao knows what it takes. A medal-winning performer himself less than 10 years ago. He is tutor, mentor, and friend to the group.
During lessons, I am often strict with them. After class, I am more like a parent to them. I will dote on them, worry about them, and look out for them. I think my relationship with the students is very close.
When we make a mistake, he's very different from the other teachers. He doesn't punish us. Even if we make the same mistake again, he'll correct us with a joke. We all like him and enjoy his company.
Once a week, the new intake students must face their most daunting class of all, stretching. Extreme stretching is a painful but essential component of the first year's training.
What's the problem? I haven't pushed your leg down yet and you're already crying.
Tendons and ligaments are pushed to the absolute limits of human endurance.
What's wrong? Don't cry.
The teachers must administer what they themselves endured in childhood. The regime is designed to give each growing body almost superhuman suppleness and flexibility. Even the seniors can recall those early months. The pain of stretching, a common memory for all who endured it.
我是就是天天老师给我压腿的时候，
Every
一
day
直在
when
想
the teacher
疼
stretched my legs,
疼就疼，
all I could think
疼
about
就能
was the
疼得起
pain.
来，
But
疼
I
得
would
起我
put
就
up
不
with it.
疼了。
压腿的时候，
When
腿
we stretched
压
our
到底
legs,
很
it
疼。
was very
别的
painful.
哭，别的孩子
Other
哭
children
着
cried
闹着
and，kicked
但是
up a
我没
fuss.
有哭，因
I
为
didn't cry
老
because
师
the teacher
说
encouraged
坚
us
持
to
就
keep
胜
going.
利，有甜
With
就有
bad
苦，有
times
苦
comes
就
the
有
good
甜。
times.
After 3 hours of practice and a day that started at 6 a.m., lunchtime is a welcome break for the intensive group. It's about the only time they have to hang out and relax from the rigors of training. On average, this group spends between 12 to 14 hours a day in each other's company. They're more bonded than many families.
因为我们每天14个小时在一起。
Because we are together for 14 hours each day, we are like brothers and sisters, a
像
family.
同胞一样，我们像一个大家庭。
比
The bond between
比
us
自
is
己的
even
亲生弟
closer
弟
than
还
I
亲
have
呢
with my brothers.
觉着
The relationships
这
are
里
stronger
比我
here
们家
than
强
back
了。
home.
This year's new intake has been here just 3 months. These 7 and 8-year-olds are grappling with the most basic of acrobatic skills. They are learning to build up their strength, their flexibility, and their focus.
比如说练一个动作，练了有一段时间了，他感觉累了，
We spend
特
time
别
on
疲
one
倦了，
exercise,
然后
and
呢
when they
休
feel
息一下
tired with it,
再给他
we
换一
change to
个
another
另一
exercise.
方面的技巧，让他
That
感
way
觉
they
那一
won't
方
lose
面还是有
interest
兴
in the
趣，
exercises
再
and techniques.
换一下，就是来回的倒换着练。
Wu Tiangtiang's father didn't want her to go through the tough audition for this school.
I said to Dad, if I wasn't allowed to go, I would cry. Then my dad said, okay, I could go. And that's how it was.
Although the days are long and some of the exercises painful, Wu feels the hard work is worth it.
It's very good. From the time we get up and start exercising, it's fun.
那有的对孩子来说
Some of the
是一件
children,
很
it is
艰
tough.
苦的事情，
But for
但
others,
是
it's
对有的孩子
interesting
来说呢
and，a kind of
对另外一
pleasure.
个孩子来说呢，他感觉是一种兴趣。
Even the pain of stretching is something that Wu is learning to master.
压腿还是比较
Stretching
挺
is
好的。
okay. I hope that when I can perform on the stage, my legs will
演
be
出的
very
时候
flexible.
腿特别软。坚强是坚强的。
You
是
have
以
to
前
be
我们
strong.
一开始
In
来
the
的
first
第
few
一个星
weeks,
期
it
多，
really
我们
hurt
就
doing
压
the
上了腿，
stretches.
腿
And
是
I
特
even
别的
cried
疼，
once.
我们还哭了一次。
For a few brief moments a day, Wu and her friends are able to play like 7-year-olds the world over. It's a welcome break in a school day that will not finish until early evening. It's also a world without parents. The children will go home 3 times a year for holidays, and parents are allowed to visit their children only once a month.
那小的时候就可以，跟他们同学交流交流，
When
问
I'm
问他们
homesick,
你们想家不
I
想
chat to
家。
my friends about whether or not
这
they are
交流，
homesick
那
too.
交流开始到
After we've chatted for a
每个
while,
星期日，
I don't
那
miss
交
home
流
anymore.
一点儿也不想家了。
Like many from these parts, acrobatics runs in families. Mr. Zhao's father was also a professional acrobat and is still a much respected teacher and elder statesman at the school.
我看见过我
I
爸
remember
爸
seeing my
演出，
father perform on stage.
我也希望
And from
我
that
像他
time,
一样。
I wanted to be like him.
我说我跟他妈妈一商量，
I spoke to my wife about our son having a
试
go.
试看。
He was pretty good. My son was very gifted.
So young Zhao joined the Wuqiao school. But life wasn't easy for the youngster, especially with his father in charge.
At that time, my dad looked after me, and he was very strict. It was 3 to 4 months before my mum came to visit me. It seemed like a very long time. When I spotted her, I stopped practicing and ran over to her. I hugged her legs and started to cry. She asked me why I cried. Was it because the other kids had hit or bullied me? I told her it was because I missed her.
It's perhaps these experiences that make Zhao such a gifted teacher.
Let's start.
His teaching method is renowned for being gentle yet effective.
Straight. Good. That wasn't bad. You're on an angle.
I
try to remember what my teachers were like and what was good and bad about their teaching styles. When I became a teacher, and when I teach kids today, I try to incorporate some of those techniques. Can you see? Legs need to be straight. Your legs should be the same as your arms. Keep your knees straight. Are they straight or not?
This first 6 months is a trial period, and the children can be asked to leave at any time. 1 in 6 of these children will not return next term. At just 7 and 8 years of age, the pressure to perform and push to the highest level is becoming ingrained. Wu Chengcheng worries about the prospect of not making it through.
I'm a bit worried. Last time 2 of my classmates had to leave. Sometimes we had to take tests, and if your mark isn't good enough, then you may need to leave. So I try my best.
It's nearly the end of another 15-hour day at Wuqiao school. Time to do washing and chores, or just hang out. Until lights out at 9:20. Every school day starts at 6 a.m. Time for morning stretches and fitness work. It's the coolest part of the day and the best time to concentrate on building stamina. This is the start of another school day that will not end until 8:30 this evening. Practicing in the gym is one thing, but the intensives desperately need the experience of performing in front of a large crowd. They've been booked to entertain at the opening of the World Yachting Championships in Wuqiao in just under a week. But they are far from ready, and Mr. Zhao is losing patience.
It's very difficult to repeat this pose again with so many people, so you should try your best to do it this time. Raise your heads. Raise your heads.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10、11、12、13、14、15、16。
You have been training for so long on this routine, but you still have not perfected it. Try again. Keep your heads up. 16 seconds isn't good enough. Even 19 seconds won't cut it either.
那裁判就小看着你没看清。
If the audience misses a second or two from your pose, so will the judges. Don't try to fool me. I'm watching you all very carefully.
The morning goes from bad to worse.
I really don't know what you've been practicing.
I
feel that my method can often provide better results. Because when the kids have problems with the routine, I will change my teaching approach and encourage them more. Okay, practice that again. If you do this perfectly, you can have chocolate. Can you do it? Keep your word. Chinese always keep their promises. If you can practice it well this time, we can go and have lunch.
It's good enough for a lunch break, but nowhere near good enough for a professional performance.
Drop down.
While teacher Zhao takes a break, the intensive group stays behind to discuss the morning's problems.
When
we make a mistake, we talk about it together as a group. We don't blame each other.
With the main competition of the year less than 2 months away, everyone is beginning to worry about their own special part in the routine. Liga is especially worried about the highest pyramid of all.
It feels as though we've been practicing it less recently. I'm frightened that someone might be injured.
Liga has every reason to be concerned. Not long ago, she fell from the top of the pyramid.
The teacher didn't realize I was about to fall and didn't react fast enough, and I was knocked out. It wasn't until the teacher took me to the hospital that I realized I had broken my tooth.
Recognizing they've had enough for one day, Zhao starts the afternoon with some back-to-basics handstands.
When they are having an off day, I tell them to change to an easier routine to build up their confidence again.
The toll of working this hard, 10 to 12 hours a day, and often 7 days a week, is beginning to show. With half a century's experience behind him, one of Mr. Zhao's senior's roles is to help select students for specialist training. Currently, he is training 2 promising middle school girls in the art of wire walking.
There isn't much to acrobatics. Just practice hard every day and listen to the teacher. If they can do that, they can grow up to be somebody.
Born in 1947, the son of peasant farmers, he joined his first troupe at the age of 11. He is passionate about keeping the old arts alive.
We cannot lose important Chinese traditions. I teach students to balance earthen pots or spinning plates. This act must not be forgotten.
The art of gracefully twisting, jumping, and contorting the body dates back over 3,000 years. Many of the acts performed today have their roots in ancient traditions. Now, at the beginning of the 21st century, acrobatics is at an all-time high. the day before the intensives leave for the yachting championships in Wuqiao City. All costumes and props are packed up, ready for the long bus ride ahead. The excitement of the upcoming trip is infectious. As the afternoon progresses into evening, there's a buzz in the dorms.
Tonight, I don't think I'll sleep much. I'll be worried about not performing well tomorrow.
It's a rare opportunity to break out of the rigorous routine and monotony of the normal school day.
Right now, I feel very excited. I'm very proud to perform and be part of this big family.
Their trip will take them over 600 kilometers to the seaside city of Wuqiao. Liga has never before seen the coast of China.
The best part will be seeing the ocean. I think it will look very pretty and beautiful.
Next day, as the rest of the school begins the daily grind of morning exercises, the intensives prepare to leave for Wuqiao City. It's the start of an 8-hour bus trip on the expressway, which will take them across the neighboring province of Shandong to the resort city of Wuqiao. This is the World Championship for two-person class yachts and has attracted hundreds of competitors from all corners of the globe. The intensive team will be the star attraction at the opening ceremony tomorrow evening. Next day, a weary bunch of acrobats makes their way to the Wuqiao Convention Center for the dress rehearsal. Despite yesterday's long day of travel, they were still up at 6 a.m. for their early morning exercises. Now they must practice the hard parts of each routine. As the morning progresses, it's obvious that the previous day's journey has taken its toll.
They're a little rusty and tired from the journey, and they are not used to the new environment. They've lost some of the feeling for the routine.
Liga is especially tired.
The performance isn't that great at the moment. Don't waste time. Keep practicing.
Even when the pyramid is supported by Mr. Zhao, they still can't hold it steady for more than a few seconds.
I'm a little bit worried.
It's 2 hours to showtime. After a much-needed afternoon siesta, the team from Wuqiao is back on deck. Everyone is philosophical about the morning's events and positive about tonight's performance.
孩子们现在静
They need to calm down, put on makeup, put on their outfits, and think about how they can perform when they go on stage.
到舞台上去怎样发挥。我会给他们
Before they go on
在
stage,
台下
I will encourage
演
them,
出之前给他
give
们
them
加油，
confidence to
给
take
他
their
们
minds
有点
off their
自信
nerves.
自信，让他们不要慌。
Experience has taught Mr. Zhao a few tricks on how to relax pre-performance jitters. Unbeknownst to the real audience, there's an impromptu performance happening backstage that has its audience chuckling. Mr. Zhao's tactics pay off. Everyone is calm, centered, and ready for showtime. For one brief hour, they are real acrobatic stars. Even their toughest critic is impressed. Next morning, the class is allowed 1 hour at Wuqiao Beach. It's their reward for last night's performance. For some, like Liga, this is their first ever encounter with the ocean. With the yachting performance now behind them, it's time for the intensive group to get serious about the real competition work to come. All their efforts are now focused on winning top prize at the Gold Lion Festival, held every 4 years in Zhongyi City. The school will enter only 2 acts in this prestigious competition. The first is a traditionally styled routine called the paper cut dance, which is taught by teacher Su Ying.
National competitions are very important for the school.
It gives us a chance to show off the talents of our students so that they can be dispatched to other troops all over China.
The second is the more theatrical Flames of Fire, taught by Mr. Zhao. Both acts will feature Liga in a starring role on top of the pyramid. That's double the pressure on Liga, both psychologically and physically.
Sometimes when we're rehearsing, my arms ache, but I have to keep going. Once the practice is over, I'll go and see the doctor and get some medicine. My arms are often in pain.
We all know that we have to compete soon, and we have a chance to win a gold medal. We never say we want to stop practicing. We persevere.
To honor the teachers for National Teachers' Day, the school gathers together for an informal Saturday afternoon concert.
It was almost Teachers' Day, so we gave them a performance as a gift. If we hadn't given them a gift, it would not have been polite.
For the seniors, this is run-of-the-mill stuff. But for Wu Qiangqiang and the rest of the new intake, it's a big deal. Wu Qiangqiang has been given the special honor of presenting a bouquet to the speaker. Finally, Wu Qiangqiang has her first taste of real performance.
I felt quite excited, like there was something in my heart jumping about. And even after the performance, my heart is still jumping.
The serious business of preparing for the competition is now in top gear. Then, 3 weeks out from the Gold Lion Festival in Zhongyi, disaster strikes. Liga sustains an injury to her left ankle.
I twisted it. I should have landed on the table, but I landed on the ground instead and twisted my ankle. I don't think it will delay our preparation for the competition.
It's a double blow for the group, as Liga is a key player in both acts. The chance to win gold is in real jeopardy.
The only concern we have is with Liga's injury. Her condition isn't looking too good at the moment, and she's still experiencing some pain. We may have to find another girl to replace Liga in certain parts of the routine.
Now every practice is tinged with concern to protect Liga's ankle from further damage. Teacher Su Ying bathes the ankle every day in a secret concoction of Chinese medicinal herbs.
I think the herbs are helping me get better.
1 week later, the intensives prepare to leave for the big competition.
Have you packed your red hair ribbons?
The entire school gathers for a very special assembly.
The whole school has gathered here to send you and the teachers off and wish you all the best. Do you have confidence?
En route to Zhongyi, The team stops off in the city of Shijiazhuang, where the school has hired a theater so the students can become accustomed to performing on a real stage. The strain shows on Liga, who is the only student in both routines. She has to work twice as hard as the others, despite her ankle injury. But she tries to put on a brave face.
My ankle doesn't hurt anymore. I don't think it will affect my performance in the competition.
The week is intense, and everyone's concerned about Liga. Even Liga's dad has arrived from Shanxi province to make sure his girl is okay.
Liga's teacher told me about her injury and how it was swollen. I was very worried about her.
While the rest of the team packs up, Liga typically drives herself even harder. The performance at Zhongyi is only 5 days away. Zhongyi City is famous for its memorial to the Long March, commemorating the communist victory last century. The long journey for the intensives is also reaching a crucial moment and demands sacrifice and at times a bit of pain.
Is she sleeping?
It's very painful.
I can't see where it's going.
Put your head up, or the paint will go on your forehead.
This is their first time competing. I think they will have difficulty understanding how the judging works in this kind of competition.
After 2 years of concentrating on their own routines, this is the first time the intensives are able to really size up their opposition.
They are really good. I think this would be a very tough competition.
There are 2 chances to impress the judges. Each team will perform their act once in the afternoon and again in the evening.
I know there is a group from Heilongjiang with a pyramid routine. But theirs is not as good as ours. Our routine is different. But the other teams have some elements that are really good. So we're a little bit worried about this.
Next, please enjoy the performance from the Wuqiao School of Acrobatic Arts in Hebei, The Flames of Fire.
But can they pull off the challenging high pyramid? The highest pyramid is a triumph. It all goes smoothly until...
We held the pose for 3 seconds before some of us couldn't hold it any longer, and Liga fell down.
Some of the troop on the second level panicked, and they couldn't hold the pose.
No one is sure what impact this has had on the judges. While the team warms up for the paper cut routine, the enormity of what has just happened begins to sink in. Careers are on the line. This could well have cost them the gold. Everything is riding on the paper cut dance going well. Despite the fall and her ankle injury, Liga has managed to pull it all together.
I think we did well in the paper cut routine, but we had a few problems with the flames routine. Overall, I think we did a pretty good job.
The tension of 2 years of unrelenting hard work is finally released.
The competition is over. If I hadn't done well, I might feel very disappointed. But we did well, so I'm very happy.
But one fall has cost them dearly. While the paper cut dance is awarded a gold, Flames of Fire is given a bronze. It's a bittersweet result for the team from Wuqiao.
I thought the Flames was the best, but the judges didn't think so.
When it was announced that we'd won a bronze, everyone felt very sad.
Zhao has mixed emotions.
I'm very proud. My students put in 100% effort for this competition, and I'm very satisfied with them. I will not be changing the way we practice in the future. I will stick to my principles. I still have much hope for the kids and their futures. I think the kids did really well, and among all the pyramid acts, they were the best.
The intensives still have one more year before they graduate. One last chance to take double gold. That journey begins tomorrow.
Click on screen for more videos of extraordinary humans.